going on, y'all, man? It's your boy A1 from Stars Gaming. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the new player ratings. Teams that I like, teams that I mess with. I'm going to be putting out kind of like my thoughts on Baltimore Ravens, the Cowboys, Eagles, Carolina Panthers. Those are my four teams that I'm thinking I'm going to be rolling with. Maybe the Browns too as well. I'll go into detail a little bit more on those, and I'll also go and talk about a little bit more of the common teams of what you're going to be seeing. So let's just start off right now. Baltimore Ravens. They're coming out and they look pretty nice. They look pretty nice on defense. I'm not sure about the whole idea of what if you can put safeties in at linebacker still. But if you can, I'm sure as like the year goes on, Baltimore's going to be looking pretty good from the middle linebacker position. I know they lost C.J. Mosley, but they got some upcoming guys that are going to be able to fill in there. And Baltimore's always known for their nice backers, so they might be like 74, 75s right now for the Mikes, because that's like the only loophole with Baltimore's team in my kind of aspect of how I would play. So later on in the year they'll be fine, but right now I wouldn't. If you can put safeties in, I'll definitely go with like a safety look with Baltimore, like a 4-2-5. I would run that defense, and then on the offensive end of the ball, I'm definitely running the RPO. I'm running the spread option. I'm running the RPO of this team, no doubt when it comes to what's called the Ravens. So let's take a look. So we got Marshall Yolanda. I was one of the top tier guards inside the game. 91 overall. You got your boy Earl. Michael Pierce is a good Bubba if like you're running like a 4-2-5 scheme. And again, I'm trying to break down schemes of how I would run the thing, how I run like my defense or offense. So like you might run something different, but like if you tune into like my videos and you watch how I play, and then you check out like the ebooks that I'm gonna be dropping with like these certain teams and these schemes, you'll kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. So you just have to just subscribe so you can like stay in the mix, and you'll see like how the storyline goes into play. I have a huge like. I'm just ready for this, but you'll see. So we got Earl Thomas. You put him at the free safety, that's fine. Michael Pierce, he's in like a 4-2-5 scheme, how I would run on Madden. I definitely like him in the middle. You can also run a 3-3-5 odd or a 3-3-5 base. They look pretty nice at 3-4. The linebackers are covered up. But yeah, for a nickel aspect, I'm looking at Michael Pierce in the inside. Giannis solid in the middle. Tucker does what he does. Mark Ingram is going to be a key component. I'm interested to see how he works out later on with Lamar Jackson. I'm interested to see how defenses even adjust to Lamar Jackson and the RPO and stuff, their run game. Because with their receivers, that it looks like Baltimore's trying to do is they're not necessarily trying to have like big time like elite receivers, but they're trying to definitely have some explosive guys out there that can get the ball. They've never been like a passing heavy team like that. They've always been like ground and pound, especially inside that division with Pittsburgh, Browns, and whatnot. We got Brandon Williams, definitely an interior guy. Put him inside the middle of your 4-2-5 defense, or he can play 3-3-5 edge. Either or, kind of wherever you want him. When you got Merlin Murphy, you can put him at the slot. Definitely a fast corner. He can protect you in the deep third. So I'll have him either at inside, outside, maybe even free safety, and bring Earl down linebacker. We could do something like that. Special teams off the chain right now for the Ravens. They got a punter, Sam Coach, and then obviously they got Tucker. Ronnie Stanley, solid left tackle in there. You got two pretty solid guards. O-lineman with Stanley, and then you got, what's that guy's name again? Yonda. So as like you look further down like their line, then we go into like, okay, the 84s and 85s. We got Tony Jefferson. He's solid in there. Really have no issue putting him in linebacker or keeping him at safety. When I have better defenses like the Baltimore Ravens, you want to kind of just keep your guys where they're at, because they've always been dangerous on defense. I wouldn't make much adjustments with the Ravens unless you try to bring safeties down to a linebacker like a 4-2-5. That's where you'll bring in Jefferson and put him at the linebacker position, or just keep him up top. I recommend putting him at the linebacker position like a 4-2-5 defense, and then adjusting and putting like Brandon Carr, putting him like at free safety or strong safety. And then your guys down up front are covered up with, you're going to have Juden, which is going to be an outside backer. And then you're also going to have, where's my guy at? Pernell McPhee. I feel like he was on the team before, but yeah, he's hefty. Put him down low too. You have a pretty solid D-line for the most part with Juden. And then Pernell down there. And then you got Williams and your big guy. What's my name? Michael Pierce. So tight ends, they're pretty solid in the tight end aspect. DBs are they're nice. Jimmy Smith, tall corner, kind of like a Richard Sherman. You can put him out there. He's a solid player. Brandon Carr can either play safety or play corner. And the plot twist is what you're going to see as you look further down their roster is Tavon Young can also come in there and play in the corner, the nickel position too as well. Or I wouldn't mind putting him in at the other cornerback position of 77 with the skill, with the gap of like the overalls. They can all pretty much fit in, being like kind of I guess he's like a top corner in a way, like a third dollar corner. You can bring him in, but dollar packages they're going to be on point with this team, and then nickel too. So Tavon, you can play him in at the nickel if you're running like a 4-2-5, 3-4. I recommend putting him in. So we're talking about defense. When we check into offense, because that's pretty much that's pretty much their D for the most part. I mean, they got Levine down here. Let this thing load up. Yeah, we got Levine at we got him at strong safety. So again, you could plug him in at linebacker. But after that, Willie Henry, he's a guy that can go in there. Patrick, Patrick, I don't even really have to know how to say his last name, which is fine. He can go in there at Mike, but I feel like you can get away with Baltimore running like a 4-2, staying in nickel the whole game with strong safeties in there. Like they have a pretty good D line and then solid back end of guys that come down and play run. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Playing their linebackers until they start just start getting their overall up once they get into the season because they're Baltimore's linebackers are always up to par, man. Let's talk a little bit about the offense and what they're trying to do. And again, we talked about Mark Ingram being there. They're bringing in their tight ends are off the chain. They got like 3 or 4 big tight ends that can go in there. They have pretty decent speed. They're going to be probably developing during the season and going up in overall. So it's going to be a good young team. And you're kind of going to see them perform with Lamar. When it comes to Madden, with me, like I said, I'm running the RPO. I'm running read options if I'm coming with Baltimore. I'm going to make it to the point where they have to bring everybody down to the line of scrimmage or, they have to defend. What you're going to see right here is Marquise Brown, the rookie out of Oklahoma. I wouldn't necessarily worry about any of these other receivers as none of them are in the the highest best receiver we working with is Snead. He's 78. Again, I'm not sure. He's probably going to bump up too as the season goes on. But coming into Madden, I'm looking at Marquise Brown just off top just because he's at 97 speed and the guy can run. So if I'm running the RPO, I'm either going to be forcing cover 2 if he's out on the edge, or I might force cover 3 and have to put a safety over top of him, put him in the slot. I'm using Marquise Brown in order to not Marquise Brown, but Hollywood Brown. I'm utilizing Hollywood Brown to just dictate the coverages and figure out what coverage is in. Like if I have him in the slot, Marquise Brown running down the slot, for a fact you're not going to get cover 2. And if they do give you cover 2, you better throw it down the seam every single time. They better be using you in that backside safety. They want to run cover 2. Because if not, he's going to take you up top. So you want to utilize Marquise Hollywood Brown if you're using the Ravens. You want to make that pretty much a 3-man duel with Ingram, Lamar Jackson, and then Marquise. Just be able to dictate the coverages with his speed. You got to utilize his speed as he's the most dangerous weapon on the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 94 speed. This guy's got breakaway speed. If he gets over on the edge on the read option, he's gone. Literally, he's gone. I've been practicing with him in Madden 19. He's gone. He will be dangerous as the season goes on and as the Ravens perform. That's pretty much it. Their O-line is pretty up to par. They do have Shane Ray in there. We'll see how he performs. But that's pretty much it for Baltimore that I feel like it's worth really talking about when it comes to just their team and what they're gonna do and what players to play with. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, I like Baltimore. That might be my number 1 team, but we'll see as the season goes on. Follow us, subscribe. Your boy A1 is out.